Got it.
Appreciate you. Yo, welcome to Indica PTC Presents, the Indica YouTube series. I'm your host, Theater Mutiny, along with Street Dialectics, The Outcome. And today we're going to interview one of our own, the Arkatype. So they each got about 5 questions for the Arkatype. He's going to answer, and then he's going to perform towards the end. So y'all stay tuned for more action. Y'all keep up with the PTC. Follow us on all social media accounts at Pull Through Chaos. And let's get started. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and I'll give it to y'all boys.
Go ahead and start it off, Street Dialectics.
All right, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sound all right?
Yes, sir.
Good, we're good.
All right, what's up, Chuck? Well, nice to be talking to Arkatype, a member of the PTC. You know what I'm saying? AKA Chuck. How you doing, Chuck?
Dude, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I'm living with the new normal, right? Like we all are. So yeah.
The old normal? The Make America Great Again?
The old normal. I've low-key been preparing for this for years, but I don't, it is what it is.
You got your rifle in the back? I see a rifle in the back.
Nah, man, what? I don't do that.
Yeah.
Make America WAP again.
Hey, so Chuck, I wanted to first of all, you're based in Dallas right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. And so one of my first questions is I wanted you to give a short introduction, and then kind of as far as your music is concerned, give us kind of a highlight reel of like some of your pieces that you kind of most proud of and stuff that you've composed so far since you started music.
Okay. My name is Arkatype. I was born in New Orleans. I'm out of Dallas, Texas currently. I've been making music in the form of hip hop for about 10 years. Maybe more now. Maybe it's about 11 now. But I've been doing this for over a decade. Just putting in a lot of work. Music has always kind of been a weird, like, fascination of mine that I just kind of, I like to delve into for long periods of time. So, it's one of the, many mediums that I just super enjoy. Landmark albums that I've made over the years. My first one would probably be Comet. It was just actually I'm gonna go with Ozon. Ozon was probably the first one where I kind of got into a style of mixing really heavy, like not only making the beats but mixing them together. My production wasn't really there yet as far as like sound quality, but that was like beginning of me like really making, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it was just this intangible thing that I do, you know what I mean? That was beginning of me doing that, right? So there was that, and then after that was Comet. Comet was just really accepted. I sent those cassettes all around the world. Chalmers Santiago, which Cisco's on, I also sent those like all around the world. So those are like 2 really like, hardcore pieces of me, like, because I was integral with like making the tapes, you know what I mean, and wrapping the tapes and sending them out. So there was something not just in like the making of that album, but like just personal things that have happened in my life around that time. It was just like, yeah, man, it was just like a macrocosm. So Chalmers Santiago was probably, I don't know, that might be my favorite album that I've made.
All right, and like you named 3 of them so far. Do these albums they produced? Were they conceptual or did they have a purpose behind the way that they put them together? And can you kind of fill us in on the meaning of like the actual titles and kind of like whether they're conceptual or they're just put together like songs and then just
I would say yes and no. Sometimes I do shit that's just kind of for fun, or it's just like an exercise, or like most of this is for my mental health, you know what I'm saying? So like If you know what I mean, anything else that comes out of it is really cool, but most of it is to stop me from going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'll give you an example. Kemet is the original name for Africa, because it's weird. Like Africa was named by Europeans and Europe was named by Africa. Real strange, but like Kemet, you know, is basically named after Africa. I was going back and sampling cassettes at the time, and cassettes was kind of like my early base. Me and Cisco, that was like our early base of like recording. You know what I'm saying? And like it even goes back like when I was a child, man. Like I was fucking around with cassettes. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we all come out of that era where shit comes on the radio and you're hitting record and you got the record ready and you like hit record when the song comes on, you know, like, so it was a real cathartic, like, revisiting my past, you know what I'm saying? And then like, it got more spiritual and it's like revisiting the past, you know what I'm saying? Going back to Africa, you know what I'm saying? So it was like the name Kemet, like it was like a metaphor for my life at the time and for, you know what I'm saying? Just going back to old sounds, you know what I'm saying? Just it was yeah. So they definitely do have meanings behind them, but then there's certain stuff like inebriants where I'm just doing remixes, you know what I'm saying? There's kind of no rhyme or reason to that. It's just whatever I think is cool at the time, you know. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah, yes and no. You know what I mean? Oh, Cisco, bro. I see you, bro, with the Kemet background. Yeah, dude. I see you, man. But, my buddy Mark, did that album cover. I can't even talk about that album without giving Mark his props. My buddy Mark did the album cover. He helped dub a lot of the tapes. He was real like knee deep in the process of helping me with the album. Not in the audio thing. Like I just brought the audio to him. I had a cassette, but the cassette sounded like ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, these are just like rough mixes. He's like, okay, well, you know, send me the files, you know what I'm saying? We'll dub cassettes of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me work with you. Let me, you know, bring your vision to life. And he was like, what do you want to do for the cover? And you know what I mean? I kind of gave him ideas and we worked it out until it became that. So yeah, shout out to Mark Sorrentino, man. He's integral to that.
Damn, so Mark did that. Mark was the guy, bro. Crazy.
Mark Potato, man, 663, man. Yes.
That's dope.
Shout out to Mark, but Mark, he's got a band now. I don't know if you know, but he's in a band. He plays bass in a band, and they're like making moves. But yeah, shout out to Mark, man.
What's the name of the band?
Dude, it's escaping me.
You know?
I don't know it off the top of my head. Only because it's a weird name. It's not like a.
Mutiny, do you get? Are these your albums by any chance also like are they online that people check them out after?
Yeah, they're the ones I was referring to. They're all on Bandcamp. Cisco's pulling up the pictures right now, but yeah, they're all on Bandcamp. Trauma Santiago, Kemet. They're all on. I have multiple Bandcamps. They're all on my Arkatype Bandcamp. I have an Arca Bandcamp and I have an Arkatype. For
sure. Did we get links to those, Uni?
Yeah, they should be in my profile. I should have links to everything in my profile. Yeah, if you go to my LinkTRee, my Instagram, you can catch all of my stuff.
All right.
Can y'all see?
And then
yeah, Cisco. Thank you, Cisco, bro. Dude. Appreciate it.
So yeah, he's got 15 albums, and this is just one account. I think he's got multiple accounts.
Yeah, I got multiple Bandcamps. But this was when I was because I was putting albums together on SoundCloud, but with Bandcamp, it was a more, you know, you can have a more like interactive experience. Like, okay, I can make the album, set the, you know, it was just more interactive.
Damn, that's just fire.
Yeah, Mark also did that cover, Trauma Santiago cover. The cartoon is from Clarence, which is a cartoon that my son really liked. So I really just wanted to make something that like my son would like, you know, really fuck with. And in the back, there's like a demon in the background in that cover too. Like if you like,
I see.
Yeah, there's like a demon behind them. You know what I mean? But yeah.
All right, and the next question would be, when you're producing the albums and when do you feel that you know that it's ready to go, that it's ready to be released, that it's finished? Is it because everybody has different processes, different fields and stuff. So like kind of for you, like what's what's that process and that like when do you feel something's ready? Like how do you like it to be?
Such a hard question.
Process.
That's a really good question, but it's a really difficult one to answer. It depends. Sometimes I try not to even have that process at all. Sometimes I just like I'll do it raw. Sometimes the mix is the drums are low or the vocals aren't loud enough or the vocals are too loud or whatever. I'll just be like whatever, throw it out. You know what I mean? Just like go to the next one. Well, I'm trying to in my mind I'm only as good as my last piece, or my next piece really. You know what I mean? So I'm constantly trying to dig into the abstract of the next thing and not try to focus on, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it'll change from day to day, man. I could make something tonight and hate it tomorrow. I could like it tonight. I could hate it tonight and play it tomorrow, and I could like it. So I try not to be my own. You know what I mean? I kind of just. I try to. I'd make an effort to drop consistently, but even with that, I mean, there's like a, inner critic, like, oh, I don't know if this is ready. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I was ready when I made this. All that shit. So, yeah.
What about like the taste that you has? Is it like do you have a more feel for the underground raw like grimy sound, or you like your sound well produced like?
Oh no, man!
Like,
bro, no, man!
Like,
no, dude.
I like, for instance, like
keep it dirty. I keep it.
Yeah. All right.
I keep it very dirty. Again, because that's more into like getting it sounding sharp. That's more like engineering, which I can do, but like I would have to spend all my time doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like at that rate, you would never get anything. You know what I'm saying? If I really just sat down with stuff, it would never. Y'all would never hear it. You know what I mean? Because I would just be working on it constantly. Hypothetically, I could work on this stuff eons, you know what I mean? So I try not to even delve too much.
And the genre that you would kind of go for, that you would say, like I mean, like the sound, like I'm talking about like the subgenre would be like boom bap, lo-fi. Is there some like kind of like is there a theme to the project that you've been working on? Kind of give somebody a preview. If you would like say, hey, this is when you listen to my music, this is what you're gonna hear.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain because whilst I'm making hip hop, it's influenced by so many other things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I guess you would just call it hip hop, right? But like the style that I started in Ozan, which is just mixing songs, that came from like a love of like a completely different genre. Like I was really into like metal and grind and like how short those songs are. They're like a minute and they can get so much emotion out in that minute. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, that's fucking, you know what I mean? And like you listen to a grind album, it's almost just like, it's 15 minutes, but you got like 16 songs in there. You know what I mean? So I was really like, fuck, man, they were really, you know what I mean? I thought there was like a genius in that. So I took that and kind of applied it to hip hop. Like, man, I could do like 16 instrumentals, you know what I mean, all together, mix them together, you know what I mean, and kind of make it, you know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying, you know what I mean a lot, but it's because I'm trying to fucking express something that's kind of abstract that we're gonna get into.
Oh, so you're taking I guess you're saying you took like something that you saw that you could kind of just transform that into hip hop, right? You sound like
I mean, like,
you saw something
like it's bands like The Locusts. Miguel's gonna see this is gonna go nuts. The Locusts, The Daughters, even like technical metal. I mean, just like a lot of stuff. Like kind of went into like, but that like made me want to make beats. I know that sounds weird, but like that was like, oh shit, like. You know what I mean? Because like I like both so much. You know what I'm saying? I have the same passion for both. So like, when I hear dope ass grind, I feel the same way when I hear like some dope ass. I hear some dope ass metal. I feel the same way if I hear some like a hard ass beat. It's like the same like feeling. It's kind of, you know what I mean? So I was like, damn, okay. Well, how can I do this and make it into like because I was always kind of like collecting records and playing with sound. I've always kind of done that. I've literally always, like, to some capacity, I've done it throughout various forms throughout my life. So like, well, once I started, like, I was like, okay, like making beats makes sense. I have all this eclectic music, like that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'll start making beats. So I started making beats, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm not sampling a lot of metal. Oh, I am sampling some metal, I'm lying. But like, I'm not sampling a lot of metal, but I'm like really like influenced by what they're doing. You know, a lot of the real short metal, the punk, the grind shit is really more punk metal combined. It's like, it's like punk sped up, honestly. It's like but yeah.
All right, and I'm sorry, cause I want to transition it to outcome, and I think
Cisco, bro.
I want.
Yo,
Is
bro,
that
that's me and my
y'all?
buddy Tim, man.
Is that y'all?
Shout out to Tim.
Yeah,
No, that's
man.
my buddy Tim, man.
Yeah.
And in the background is Monica, man. Rest in peace, Monica.
R.I.P. So
Bro,
what?
this gets me in the field, bro. My buddy Tim, man, he's locked up. Yeah, man, he's fucking in prison in Atlanta.
Well-
Shout out to Tim, motherfucking Monica. She is no longer with us, but yeah, man, it's out here thrashing, baby,
Yeah, thrash.
with the fucking cheap ass liquor bottle. I know that's plastic.
Ugh.
A Joker shirt. That's what it looks like. Yeah, man, I'm out here, baby.
Sorry.
Yeah, my fault, y'all. That's
I got
Cisco, man. Yeah, man, that's the shit, man. Shout out to Tim,
What
man.
year was that? What year was that?
2006,
2007
maybe.
Yeah. or 8 or something.
Well, my final question for you, Chuck, will be, what are your plans for 2021? You know what I'm saying? Knowing that there's this COVID thing and all that stuff, like, any projects coming up? Like, have you been producing more stuff? Have you been inspired to do more stuff? You know, or like.
Yes. To answer your question, I'm sorry. Continue. My fault.
All right. No. That's all my question.
No,
So,
but
like-
yeah, yes. Yeah, always. I'll drop music until the planet explodes, bro. I don't give a shit. Like, I always have. I'm sitting on tons of shit right now, like literal hours of stuff, probably more. Honestly, I don't even know, man. To be honest, I just keep going. I try to, like I said, I just gotta keep focusing on the next thing. But I do got a bunch of stuff coming up. I'm not even set on dates, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's really just like it's kind of a process, because before it gets to y'all, it goes through like a process of me, you know what I mean? But I definitely got a lot of stuff I'm working on. I'm definitely gonna have like a project dropping very soon that's gonna be very.
Any artists that you could, well, I know PTC, but any artists you've been collaborating with recently, or like, or you're gonna do it? Are you gonna do another Arkatype project that you're gonna be releasing?
As far as collabs, well, Cisco's gonna be on the album, so shout out to Cisco. He's gonna be on there.
All right.
But yeah, I got a bunch of collabs, man. I got a bunch of collabs that are coming out in different places. I got a real good one with my buddy Tori that's coming out soon. It's called Dennis Rodman. I got yeah, man. Yeah.
Looks fire already.
Yeah, it's good, bro. Trust me, man. It's real good. I got one with my buddy Kinfolk Peso that is coming out. That, man, that might hit y'all left field, because it's not gonna be like my usual shit. Me and Austin, we stay with shit. I don't think we'll ever drop anything, but we stay making shit. You know, Cisco knows Austin. Like, yeah, thank you.
Hostility?
Cisco,
You
bro.
talking about
That
Hostility?
dude right there, bro. What's up?
Is that Hostility?
Yeah, Hostility. Sure.
Yeah,
all right.
That's pretty much how I met Austin, by the way, through Arkatype.
Mm.
Nice. By the way, for the viewers, Hostility, another PTC member. So, you know, we'll have Hostility on here pretty soon, right, Mutiny?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get everybody to watch.
Dude, if
Alright,
y'all when y'all get him on there, ask him questions about music theory. That dude is high key musical genius. That dude knows everything about musical intervals. He can go into detail. Ask that dude nerdy music shit. He'll know. He'll fucking know.
All right. Well, those are my questions. How come you want to go take it up from here?
Yeah, thank you, Street Dialectics. Yo, what up, Arkatype?
All right,
Good to see you, man.
What's up, bro? What's up? What's going on, man? I fucks with that shirt.
Oh, Simone.
Yes.
Walmart, bro. Walmart comes in fucking clutch.
No way.
Like $7. I was like, I'll take that in a double XL. So my first question to you, Arkatype, is what was the first piece of equipment that you ended up purchasing for you to begin your beat making process? What was that first piece of equipment?
That's a
and don't say like you know.
Are you referring to like a machine? Are you referring to like a record player? There's a lot, or like a mixer. There's like
yeah, man, like that one thing that just allowed you to make that beat making.
Records. Well, if we're going records, would probably be my first. A record player, and then like something to record it with.
Cassette
so maybe, yeah, cassettes, cassette deck, a 4-track cassette player. That was my first recording mixer. I had a 4-track cassette player, and that man, that's why I have so much respect for. To go on a quick tangent, that's why I have so much respect for like a Juicy J, somebody who came out of a producer like Manny Fresh, producers that came out of the 90s, and they were innovating on these 4-track cassette players, because it is not fucking easy, man. It is not easy. You have to, like, if you want to record something, you got to find the exact spot. Finding the exact spot on a cassette is almost impossible. You have to have like this like ninja sense of rewind, stop type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So the fact that Juicy J was able to make 3/6 on cassette, you know, that shit is crazy. Like, to this day, I don't understand it. But yeah. Probably the first piece of equipment I bought. I don't know, man. That's a hard question.
But what about like the first piece of equipment that you bought that allowed you to record onto your computer or record it into something where you're able to document it, aside from cassette playing?
I would probably date it back to like this record player that I bought specifically for sampling, because I had a record player before that I was playing records on for a long time. Forever, man. Cisco remembers that I had fucking took that thing everywhere. I had that little record player every fucking where. It was like 2 little speakers, set that bitch up. I would set it up anywhere. But I took that around. That was a record player meant for playing. I never sampled using that record player. But then I bought one, and when I bought it, I was like, man, with this one, I'm a sample with it. You know what I mean? It was like it was some sort of, it was an Audio-Technica turntable. That's what it was. It was a old Audio-Technica with a fucking like a plastic lid on it. I was like, damn, this sounds legit. And I had just got like a house with it, and I was like, man, I'm gonna sample with this. And I definitely, that was like my origins of sampling records to make beats with it. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Now,
holy shit, I had to fucking dig for that one.
Yeah, my bad, bro. But that's what these interviews are for, to get that interview.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah. All right. So I've known you for quite some time. I want to say that ever since I started collaborating with Cisco, I've been hearing your name over and over again. Now, based off of the time I've known you, I've known you to keep busy. All right. So with me understanding that you keep busy, that you're always, pushing out music onto different online platforms, Bandcamp, DatPiff, what have you. Now, I've heard through Cisco that you filled up certain accounts, or you have to pretty much create a new account just because you filled up, one account with so much material. And so when I started off knowing you, you were known as a ripe archetype. All right. Now it transitioned. I want to say like a year or two later, where you started going about yourself, calling yourself Nodachi. All right. Now, my question is, how is it?
You know the history.
Or how do you go about, coming up with your names for your different pages? How do you go about renaming yourself over and over again? Because artists do it all the time, but what's your process on how you go about it?
They're different techniques. They're different thought patterns. Just something as simple as making music in a new place kind of changes your mental state. You know what I mean? So like those names were transitions. You know what I mean? Me transitioning from doing one thing to doing something else. But when I came back, because I came back to Arkatype, like you said, I was a ripe Arkatype, man. I was with Pooja. Yeah, Pooja. Dude, I could go on. There's so many. Man, Mr. All Right. Like
Mr. All Right.
Hypothesis. Yeah, right. Hypothesis. Then I was right Hypothesis. Then yeah, man. So they were really just different me's. You know what I mean? So by the time I got back to Arkatype, again, it was like a coming back. You know what I'm saying? It was like a going back into it was all of those things becoming one. You know what I mean? Like,
so it's kind of like the master coming back. It's kind of like the master coming back to his kingdom, right?
Maybe it's styles, it's techniques. Nodachi is named after it's a big ass sword, right? So that was when I was cutting more. I started off cutting, but I'm cutting more samples. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting more into like just chopping sounds and how that sounds, and you know what I mean? So like that for an example. So like you still hear Nodachi, you know what I'm saying? Like Nodachi's still there. He's still there when you're listening to me. He's just in a different form. It might be on a remix now, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's all one thing. It makes sense in my mind, but it's hard to explain to other people.
It's almost as if the way you take on names and the names having purpose behind it is almost like a godly energy.
Yeah, they're completely personalities, bro. They're completely personalities. 100%. They're spiritual entities. They're their own things. I'm just trying to work them together now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing them separately. But they're each individual states. You know what I'm saying? Like Pooja that I had forever ago. I was getting real spiritually heavy. I was walking a lot. I was reading a lot of spiritual books. I was, Cisco mentioned it. I was swinging nunchucks under bridges. That was just that's where my mind was at that time. I'm playing the flute. I'm just fucking. That's where I was. You know what I'm saying? So like Pooja's still here. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain. They're definitely entities of me.
Does Puja mean prayer in a different language? I've heard that.
Yeah, it's like a prayer. In some places it's like a form of prayer. They take their favorite deity and kind of they'll physically wash them. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, that works on multiple levels for me because for me it was like a spirit. I'm spiritually, you know what I mean, kind of cleansing myself of fucking colonialism and Leopold and King Leopold II.
That Mr. All Right story though.
Yeah. Hey,
that Mr. All Right story.
Yeah,
not to cut in the middle of this, but I think that's a special story within itself, man. And it describes that scar across your cheek.
Oh, I got into I thought Cisco would tell the story. I got into a fight, and I got into a fist fight, and yeah, man, just like through the course of the fight, the knife got pulled out. I got stabbed with the knife. I was bleeding. So for whatever reason, I was super wasted at the time. I guess that's probably like needless to say, right? Yeah, man. I don't know. Did I call you Cisco or did China call you?
Moko ran up to me and was like, "We got to go get fucking Charles. He's in trouble." I was like, "What? What?" So I remember
I told somebody to call you. I don't remember who it was, but I was like, "Yo, somebody call Cisco and Miguel like right now." Like, like
I just remember. I remember running up in that apartment. There's liquor bottles everywhere, broken.
yeah.
There's blood everywhere, and you're holding your neck with a T-shirt. And the guy you were talking. I don't know, the guy you were
40, right? I was
you were
still
drinking a 40 with your fucking neck wide open.
Wide open.
40, blood was pouring
damn near
out.
leaking out my neck. Like.
I had to force you into my car because you and the other guy were still talking shit to each other and drinking with each other. It's like y'all never even fought. Y'all were like y'all were cheering, you know, like. And I'm like, get in the fucking car. Fuck that puto. Fuck him. And Moko was like, I'm going to kick his ass. And then you were just like, no, he's cool. You saluted to him, right? And then we finally got you out there. This is what I remember the most, though. This is the crazy part. When we finally got to the hospital, man, we're in the emergency, room signing your papers for you. You're holding your neck. You got a big white T-shirt full of blood just like this. And the nurse is looking at you while we're signing your paper, and she's got her eye on you so much that you go like this. You did something where you're like, oh, right? you freak, and then she was like, oh my god, and then you looked up and started laughing at her. I was like, I'm just fucking with you. Seriously though, bro. I was terrified. I've never seen that much blood in my life. I could see your fucking esophagus as you were talking to me.
Oh,
I could see it moving. And
before stitches, man.
It was me and Moko that gave you that name. It was like, okay, he just fucking pulled that joke on the nurse right now.
He must be all right.
He's gonna be all right. So that's when we started calling you Mr. All Right. And I remember we had a freestyle session shortly after that, and it was just like I was just repeatedly saying, "It's me and Moko, Mr. All Right. It's me and Moko and Mr. All Right."
I got I got stitches in the back of my neck. I got stitches in my neck. I'm still drinking for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Freestyling in the back of the car, laughing at life.
Full of blood. We're freestyling in the car. Like.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
I've calmed down a lot, man. It's been a
man. Sometimes it's real hip hop, bro. That's just real hip hop right there.
A journey, man.
And you know what the weird part was? I just wanted to know what that story was, man. I mean, Cisco put a lot, try to shed some light on it. That wasn't even my number 4 question. So let's transition to my number 4 question. What are your top 3 musical influences?
Top 3? I thought we had 5. Huh? Top 3? Oh man.
Let's go with top 5.
All right. First of all, like I like so much shit. I just want to emphasize that if me expressing something that I like, I know even 5 minutes from now I'm gonna be like, oh, I forgot this. You know what I'm saying? There's so much shit that I really enjoy. But I saw that y'all had a question of like 5 goats, and I really like hurt my head trying to put it into 5. So I'm gonna put it in no particular order. These are all they're all ill to me, and I got a bunch of honorable mentions. I actually got like 20 honorable mentions. Actually. So Razzcast is a high level one in my book. Yasin Bey or Mos Def is also super high. Andre 3000, Tierra Whack, MF Doom. That's 5. That's 5. Can I do my honorable mentions? Because I got a bunch of them.
We want to hear these two, man.
This is my moment. All right. Yo, JPEG Mafia, bro. He's super nice. Lil Wayne. I don't think I even need to explain why on that one. John Wayne. If y'all don't know John Wayne, bro, John Wayne makes flawless hip hop, and he produces all his own shit. Black Thought, y'all know who he is. Lil B, if y'all don't know who he is, he fucking originated this horrible style of rap that we all have now. By the way, Lil B has like a 550 song mixtape out. So check out 3 songs of that. Blood Orange, that's not really hip hop, but it's in the realm. Gold Link, he's LMC. Anderson .Paak, y'all probably know him by now. He's super nice. Redman, I don't think Redman gets enough credit. He's super nice. He fucking produces a lot of his shit. Method Man, obviously, for the same reason. Pimp C produced a lot of the UGK shit too, so he gets production and rapper credit in my book. Nicholas F is a dope new rapper. Little Ugly Mane. When I say new, I mean he's been doing it for fucking forever. So he's not new. Little Ugly Mane. Denzel Curry, Thundercat. He's not really a rapper, but he's dope. Nipsey Hussle, Dr. Dre. Not for rapping, but his production is just the fucking best, probably.
Yeah.
Mystical, Cool Keith, because he's just Cool Keith is just fucking
cool.
Yeah, he's fucking cool. And he's been around since Sonic. He's reinvented himself. He's got
Dr. Octagon, right?
Dr. Octagon, you know what I mean? It definitely doesn't rhyme by any conventional method, honestly. It doesn't seem like he's influenced by anyone when he raps. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, Cool Keith, Homeboy Sandman is super nice. Freddie Gibbs, and Sean Price. Those are just like a few cats that are super nice. JPEG Mafia production. I didn't talk that up enough. That's ill. It's super ill. Really good. Really different. And I don't know. I just really enjoy his work. I love he has a lot of dichotomy in his work. A lot of opposing emotions in one place. I like that. I like hearing that.
Okay.
But yeah. Those shit.
All right. And for my 5th question, Arca, I want to say, what was that one moment where you were listening to something and it made you decide, not think, but decide, like, yo, I want to fucking produce, like, I want to, make music, and I want to document it. Like, this is gonna be my thing. Like, what was that one moment that fucking when you heard something or were with somebody and something just happened? You're like, yo, what? This is what I'm gonna do.
Well, I think my first memory of that is not necessarily like it wasn't necessarily of wanting to make music. It was a curiosity of how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard it was, man, this fucking song title is long as shit. It's a Funkadelic song. It's called Psycho Aqua Disco Beta Bio Aqua Dulup. I'm pretty sure that's the whole name. I think I got it all. But yeah, it's just this weird ass Funkadelic song. And the whole song is telling this story about how this person can't swim. I was a kid. I didn't really understand it, but the sound, the story is about this kid. He's picked up by this vulture. This vulture is gonna drop him in the water. He's like, no, I never learned how to swim. And it's just fucking, it's an audio masterpiece because there's so much weird shit going on in that fucking song. There's a guy constantly going, ah! Pretending to be the bird. Ah! Ah! There was so much shit, and I was like, how are they doing some of this shit? They were like, even down to the beat itself, I was like, man, it was just like, so like, fucking like, how in the fuck is this going on? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, it's rare that I get that fucking feeling, but like, that was the first time I got it, and it was fucking a Funkadelic song, and it just fucked me up. Like, I needed to know how that was done, what was used, you know what I mean? Like, I instantly needed to know. I needed more information, you know? I'm still finding out shit about that fucking album. Like, I'm realizing, like, they have these dirty ass claps and all the Funkadelic, you go through all this shit, like, all their claps are just like the dirtiest shit. The sample's just like, It's like it's so. But I found out through Snoop Dogg interviewing George Clinton. That's fucking weird, right? So that exists somewhere in the internet. But anyway, through Snoop Dogg interviewing, the internet's fucking like a weird place now. But Snoop Dogg is interviewing George Clinton, and George was saying, he was like, yeah, for every clap that we use, we always had about 30 people in the booth clap at once. And I was like, oh, I was like, that's it. That was it. That's what that clap is. Cause it's like, it's a clap, but it's such a layered clap. It sounds like so many claps, like, you know, it just like, it brings like this bloody sound. It's so, I don't know. It's so hard to explain. It's intangible, but it's so good. Like their sound in itself was so ahead of its time for its time. You know what I mean? Like, again, I was talking about Juicy J using fucking cassette tape. We're talking about people using analog tape, which is even harder to record with. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is a whole nother level. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that like 100% that was like the first song that I heard that I needed. Like, cause I had heard songs before that, but like when I heard that song, I had questions after. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck was that?
You needed some explanations.
I needed explanations immediately after hearing that song. Cause it like I didn't know a song could be that until I heard that. I was like, oh, this isn't even like really a song. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause up until then I was a little kid. I had only heard fucking the ABCs, motherfucking all these songs that are like, you know, in a way they're standard, you know what I mean? Verse, chorus, verse, bridge, hook, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, just these standards, like, and this was not that. This was definitely not that. And I was like, oh, that's music too, you know what I mean? So that's when I was like, okay, I want to get into whatever that is. That's what I want to get into. I want to fucking understand that shit.
That's good, bro. Hey, man, well, those were my 5 questions, dude. Thank you for answering them. Thanks, Street Dialectics, for asking us questions, too. It really has given us a more in-depth view of who Chuck, a.k.a. Ripe Arkatype, a.k.a. No Dachi, a.k.a. Hypothesis is, bro, and so on and so forth. The God himself.
Dude, thank you for, thank you for this. This was like a cathartic. I thought about a lot of shit that the Mr. All Right story. I don't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? I live
throwback, bro. I was still getting to know you at the time when that happened.
Yeah,
I think that was the bond right there. I was like, that's my bro right there for life.
That dude right there. That dude that gets stabbed laughed about it. That's the nigga, bro. That nigga right there. He's crazy.
Chuck, I just wanted to say, as a member of PTC, to be working along with you and stuff, and kind of finally getting to know more in depth about you, man. Like, you know, if there was anybody that like I met that's very crafted and like kind of you know, it keeps it, you know, 100% like real hip hop, is like it's pretty awesome, man. Your insight on a lot of the music, a lot of but just the story, the way that it's developed, like it's amazing, bro. Especially that Mr. All Right story, man. Like I'm so glad that you lived through that you made it safe, bro. Made it to this point. So, you know, just keep being safe, man. Keep you know, because we need you around for another 50 years, bro.
Yeah, dude.
You know, we need some more Arkatype. Yeah, so.
Dude, thank y'all, man. I mean, like, bro, Cisco, like, dude, this is just Cisco's spirit, bro. That night, like, if it weren't for Cisco and Miguel taking me to the hospital, I probably would have died. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
lots of blood.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, so like Cisco, even now, bro, like he's still helping me out. You know what I mean? Like, so as just as well, shout out to Cisco, man. Like he's, you know what I mean?
Big ups to Cisco, bro.
Straight up.
I know what he does.
Yeah. So, Theta, how do you want to close this interview out? You think we should, you know,
I think Arkatype's gonna perform something. Like maybe play a beat or two. I think he's got something for us. So.
I brought some raps. Hey, I'm gonna sound check real quick. When I sound check, I won't be able to hear myself. So, Cisco or whoever, just if y'all can give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, if y'all could like hear the sound, if it's straight. Hopefully these songs aren't too loud. These are a bunch of songs off some new shit. Let's go.
I know why. When you see me, you got the sour face. Cause you been trying to bite me, but you got no taste. You can't be me, you just a photocopy. Wearing Adidas, don't know that they came from Nazis. Don't you know that I can put you asunder the beats? Roar like roar, cause I am one with the thunder. Everything in your text stale. I walk away from the flame, like I'm waiting to exhale. Don't give a fuck, throw Chuck, bro, lyrical gumbo. Don't duck slow, good fortune, I'm in luck slow. Throw flows and I'm gung-ho, still dirty like the water in Flint. Look at the big picture, don't adjust the tent. Playing spades, not poker when I'm up in the game. I'm clutching the reins, don't you know I'm fucking insane? My rap feng shui, will rearrange your brain. Style's kinetic, I leave it embedded. I write where I'm headed, poetic, phonetic. Yet the least energetic, I said it, I meant it. Neo-Nazi lames gotta charge to the game. Debit to credit, the world will end if we let it. My rap style's Reddit, so I'm still studying Kemet. Know the past to repeat it. This is food for thought, can't make you eat it. Mine's a furnace, but I can't make you heat it. The cycle of hate gets repeated. They'll tell us we'll need it. Play the national anthem, get mad if we stay seated.
That beat right there, though.
Unloved and weeded out. Fuck what you speak about. The lies fly about your mouth as if there is no other route. Disgusted by the human race. Can't be a normal trait of idiocracies in places hard to look at face to face. It's evident. President ain't heaven sent or elegant and won't stop until he sees the world turn to sediment. Not my residence, not what we represent. Put your blood on paper like the Night Mother Fellowship. We know, affairs ain't meant for meddling. You want the tea, but you don't want the kettle rinse. Elephant, Gerald mixed with elephants. Drumbeat veteran with rare earth elements. Needed in settlements, I rap what's relevant. But to you, it's irrelevant. I don't know what you've been told, but every day I dig for gold. Some because I'm smoking mold, my lungs are warm, my thoughts are cold. Fuck what you've been sold, but with the tuck in the roll, samurai cuts in the fold. You know I clutch what I hold. Bold, while your thesis is old, my noble vices, more spices, new devices, bringing souls to the lifeless, vibrate the highest to write this sentences. See my Australopithecus, the fits I get to pick the grit. I spit the infinite, intricate wit without saying shit. Mephisto, a 3D man, the way the fist glow. Side effects, I knew the risk though. I knew the risk. Don't wanna check my phone back. Another kid got shot and I ain't even have my eggs yet. Take a shot and let my head rest. Best stress, my chest release, stress and manifest. And then it's on into the day. Sun gets honorary praise through the voluntary rays. I'm that spiritual, lyrical, miracle, filthy frank. The artist on heroes is the way I paint. Get a rockin' and more shit. King Cooper with the fire flying out of the fortress. You lying when you rhyming, just forfeit. My forearms force forward, shit you cannot forget. Cancer patient, every day I get more sick. The world's a pie chart and I'm demanding a portion. Purple paint without all the distortion. Placing a wave sculpture, then wrapped up in porcelain.
That hot-ass girl gets that dumbass dude that he kind of looks hot, but you know he's a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, you bluffing. Turkey with the stuffing. David Ruffin, all that noise for nothing. Remember Cato? Yeah, the rap sauce fatal. A navel beneath my navel, playing gravy up in my ladle. Spills flashing. Kill fashion, jazz cat, Milt Jackson. Field faction, impaled with the pill action. Black thoughts ever since I was a root. You reached out your hand and got the motherfucking boot. Slave behemoths with the flame about the booth. Fiddler on the roof, riddle proof. Little deuce coupe, seeing bullets ricochet. Little deuce, Lino blues clues. They don't know whose shoes loose. What's the use? Police are just goof troops. I'm out for Count Dooku, and I'm moving with that energy buku. Yup. blackjack with fat tracks in his backpack. Rhymes is ill when I chill, pretend that they whack. Third back a rack. Ill when I rap, I fill in the gap. A villain intact, you still in the knack. The pen skill, you feel the impact. Been still, crooked lines that's comprised of the raps. Realize there's no time to react. It's compiled, compact. Herb in the clear sack, there's no disguise to distract. Black man walks on water platforms in the Mac. Memories bringing me back from VHS and they track. Wow, we get attacked and shot from the back. Wow, we get attacked and shot from the back.
I agree. It is. Okay, so the first meme that ever came out was like the confused black girl meme where she's like got her hand like this, she goes, huh? Like, what's going on? And that's pretty much every time Joe Biden does something, everyone else in the entire planet goes, what the fuck is going on?
So much bullshit going on in the world, man. Y'all make sure you take care of each other.
Hey, love. We gotta love each other. Hey, it ain't hard being a good person, I swear.
Every battle ain't worth battling, okay? And it's like if you watch a Chinese karate movie, we know that the master can beat everybody in the movie. But when idiots create hostile situations, the master always, I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. Because I don't want to have to fuck you up. Well, I don't have to be in a situation where you can impede on what I'm trying to do in life.
Well, not only do I plant flowers for their beauty, but I also plant them to help keep unwanted insects away from my vegetables and fruits. Mother Nature has a marvelous way of keeping her garden healthy. Our bodies are like Mother Nature's garden. We have to know what is good and what is bad for us. Candy, cake, ice cream. All of those great tasting things are really terrible for your teeth. Believe.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I fucking love that
Yeah,
sample of Austin, bro. Austin was fucking going in.
Wait, that was Austin, bro?
That was Austin, dog.
I knew it sounded familiar. I was like, why does that sound like Austin? I'm just gonna ask you what interview was that from, but you just told me.
He came to the crib, man, and you know I've been on my wine kick recently. So like he was like, let's drink wine, but let's like where frat boys drink wine. You know, I'm drinking like a glass or two. Like this motherfucker's like, no, let's drink bottles. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, come on.
Fucking Austin.
We're going through bottles. Bro, we start, for whatever reason, we start going in on Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying, for a long period of time. It's like, bro, like we start getting into conversation. Like I saw these kids with shirts that said hiding for Biden, you know what I'm saying? Like we just start getting into like how Biden is just like, bro, Biden is like, he's almost like, I can't even put it into words, bro. This nigga's the worst, I guess, nigga. Like, he's the worst. Are those the words? Bro, because, bro, we were watching his interview on The View, and we were just getting so mad. He's like, because The View is all women, right?
Yeah,
and it's a panel of women asking him about his allegations of molesting women and shit. And he like, they were giving him the layup to just say sorry. Bro, this nigga couldn't say sorry, bro. Like he kept fucking like he was filibustering into some other shit completely, dog. We were on the couch getting livid, bro. We were just drinking wine, getting super pissed off. I'm recording, and Austin is still talking about it. Like he's fucking up my takes because he's like, bro, Joe Biden, bro. Like, he just won't stop talking about it. So I just stopped rapping and I start handing him the mic so I can sample him so he can get all this Joe Biden shit off his chest, bro. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we were just going in on Joe Biden for an entire night, bro. Like, that was it.
Yeah, man. Joe Biden, the ear whisperer, bro.
Yeah, bro. Bro,
not the dog whisperer, not the tree whisperer, but the ear whisperer.
Bro, that's right.
Bro, if y'all haven't watched the View interview, it's one of the best things I've ever seen in my entire life, dog.
No, he can't even. That Paul can't even finish a complete sentence before he's already working on the third one.
Yeah, he's working.
He's gonna make a great president. Then, right?
sentences ahead. Like they'll ask him a question, and he'll be like, "Look, let me tell you a story." It's like, whoa, no, that's not. That's not how conversation works. Like, bro.
He's like Bush during the Twin Towers. Like,
yes.
Oh, wait, let's finish the goat story. What? Yeah.
Yes. What was that thing that they asked him? And he was like, "A fool could never be fooled." Like he tried to. What was funny is he tried to filibuster his way into like a quote, but this nigga forgot the quote. Bro,
yeah.
One of my favorites.
Fool me once, like some shit like that.
Fool me once, shame on you. If you fool me once, you can't fool me again.
A fool can only be fooled. Yeah. A fool can only be fooled once. I was like, bro, this
not it, man. You're a fool.
Like, that's when I actually like people are like so mad at Trump. The way people are mad at Trump is the way I was mad at George Bush, bro. Like I was like, this. That's when I was like, okay, this shit is a game. Like this shit is a fucking game. Like this nigga is clearly not qualified. They're just sending him out there to say some shit. He's freestyling, bro. From a nigga that freestyles, this nigga's freestyling. Like, I know when someone's freestyling. This motherfucker, and what's funny is they have like a fucking prompt, like they have a written prompt.
You can't read those.
Trump be freestyling, bro. Trump be freestyling his ass off, boy.
It's because the speech was held outdoors and there was a glare on the paper prompter.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was a glare. The light was bouncing too hard off the paper.
Just couldn't read it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's pretty sad though. That's the choice we got this year. You know what I'm saying? Like the ramifications from all that shit. Like, fuck. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if we should expect it even worse here next year, or like, you know what I'm saying? What will people expect? So,
I don't think, man. I think a lot of people are expecting definitely the worst at this point.
A lot of people are expecting some new PTC shit.
Yeah. You can expect that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this shit was built on fighting a corrupt system. So like,
you're gonna get this conversation in the form of music on all our shit for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah. If there was anything positive for 2021, bro, it's that. You know what I'm saying? It's music and shit. So, you know.
So, my bad, y'all. With that being said, vote Biden 2020. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
We out here.
He's endorsing us. Nah.
We out here replacing the mailboxes. We out here replacing the mailboxes with yeah, man, that's crazy. So Arkatype, anything you wanna you know, on like, you know, we forgot to kind of pinpoint, highlight, you know what I'm saying, that you want people out there to know about Arkatype, anything about music or anything about your life, or anything we kind of didn't touch base on?
Not much, man. I love my family, bro. I balance doing music in between like spending time with my family. I more or less do it for them. So if I could just close in any sort of way, I want to say that my music is, you know, almost a direct tribute to my wife and my son and my immediate family and my, you know, my bigger family, you know what I'm saying, my cousins. Then it gets bigger than that, you know what I'm saying, like all my friends and stuff. So yeah, I do it for y'all, you know what I'm saying, I do it for the people, I do it for my fam, you know what I mean. So yeah, man, love, I guess that would be how I would end, but like the real kind, not that fucking like Valentine's Day card bullshit, you know what I'm saying, that kind where
I was expecting a Valentine's Day card, so I ain't down with that kind of love. No. We're having a falling out, Arca.
No. The real kind of love, like the real kind of love, like, hey man, I just shat my pants, bro. Bring me another pair of pants. So my God.
Okay. All right, that's love right there. Damn.
Like, oh, bro, you know what? I'm like, hold on, I'm at my job. Let me leave my job because my homeboy got shit pants, bro. Like, that's not a real story. Like, I don't want y'all to think that, like, bro, Cisco shit his pants. No, like, that was more of a Cortez job. Am I right?
Yeah, Cortez, man, got to get him on here sometime.
Bro, I went live on YouTube and Cortez was on there. He was the only person in there. I was like, Cortez!
Are you serious?
What's going on, dog?
Oh, he's still alive. He's still alive, right?
He's out here somewhere, bro. He's out here somewhere.
I gotta find him, man.
Yeah, bro. Go live on YouTube. You'll find us. It'll pop up. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. It's, yeah, I got more stuff coming. You know, y'all see it. Y'all see it.
Show.